Now, even though it hasn't been that long since the release of Soaring Beyond, as there is a whole month left, it might just be the perfect time to go over the very next version update, since PGR have recently confirmed that it will integrate 3 different versions just like Stars Ensnared. The only difference, however, would be the next integrated version will in fact have 2 summonable S-rank characters alongside a brand new A-rank character. Of course, then considering coatings that would also be featured, Shaper's Ripples is definitely looking to be one hell of a costly version update for majority of players. So in hopes that you haven't blown all of your black cards yet, and especially on the recent S-rank selector banners, I'll be going over what to prepare for within the next version update, such as the confirmed characters dropping and the amount of immense value they hold, coatings that players will be able to pick up, then I'll wrap it up with the additional features and events to expect. But do just bear in mind there may be adjustments and changes regarding coatings or events within the global version of Shaper's Ripples. So nothing is really finalized till we have the global event calendar for the next version update. Before we jump into it, as always, would really appreciate it if you could subscribe for more Punishing Grey Raven content and drop a like if you enjoyed the video. Now, as mentioned, the next integrated version update will consist of 3 different versions, which will of course be Shaper's Ripples alongside Crescent Sun and To the Galaxies. With that, we would be receiving Lucia Pyroath and Nanami Startrail as our new S-rank characters, alongside Yata as our new A-rank character. Now, with Lucia Pyroath in specific, she is expected to drop first and would likely be the character that most players would have their eyes on, given it is our first Lucia after a while and due to the immense power she holds alongside her godly animations. Also, since the Pyroath frame will in fact be our new best fire attacker, which means Lucia will be replacing Lee Hyperreal within the meta fire team. Now, as you may expect, Lucia specializes in dealing massive burst damage, but will also wield an effect just like our most recent characters, and in specific, Lucia will be the second character to wield the Electro-Convergence effect alongside Karin and Ashaya, which did just receive leap skills to unlock access to the Electro-Convergence effect. Now, with this effect in particular, characters with Electro-Convergence will be able to enter the Electronic Blast state, which causes lightning to fall and hit enemies in a specific area every 2 seconds. So alongside Lucia dealing massive amounts of DPS through her own abilities, the considerable damage dealt over time from Electro-Convergence would simply be the cherry on top. Lastly, as mentioned, Lucia Pyroath has some of the best looking animations, but perhaps more importantly is that Lucia will have the ability to literally fly and attack enemies whilst in midair. So Lucia Pyroath is not only going to be an incredible damage dealer, but would also be extremely fun to play with. So for those that have invested in their fire teams and may have either picked up Watanabe recently, or built up their free SSS plus Bridget audio from Stars Ensnared, Lucia Pyroath would definitely bring immense value to the team and would be an incredible DPS to consider for your account. Now, after Lucia Pyroath, we are receiving Nanami Startrail, which in specific is going to be our new best electric tank, and so with that, would mean she is replacing Vera Garnet within the electric meta team. Though similar to more recent tank characters that have released, Nanami not only provides great support, but will also be able to deal great DPS and would assume the position as the main damage dealer for the lightning team. In particular, Nanami has a stance switching mechanic where she can swap between either using a sword and shield or a shield axe, which will of course allow her to utilize different abilities in each stance. In addition, not only will Nanami be capable of dealing significant lightning damage through her abilities, but will also specialize in dealing a lot of damage through the ignition effect, otherwise known as the combustion effect, from CN, especially since along with being able to reduce lightning resistance by 25% through multiple abilities to allow for lightning attackers such as Crimson Weave to deal more damage, Nanami is also able to reduce fire resistance by 25%. With that in mind, it means you could utilize Nanami as the dedicated fire tank if you don't have Watanabe and would synergize well alongside Lucia Pyroath, but is of course going to be best utilized within the lightning team. So Nanami's kit no doubt is completely stacked, given she is a top tier damage dealer, provides great utility through shredding the resistance of 2 different elements by 25% and is flexible to synergize on multiple teams. So as much as players are definitely looking forward to Lucia Pyroath, Nanami Startrail is certainly a character to not look over and would also hold insane value. As for the final character being Yata, fortunately enough she is an A rank character which would reduce the pressure from our two extremely valuable S rank characters. But especially due to the fact that Yata is going to be free just like Bridget and Teddy within stars instead, which means we should be receiving enough invo shards to ascend Yata all the way to triple S plus rank. With that, players will have access to a powerful lightning attacker that is capable of dealing significant burst damage and utilizing the glaciation effect, which pretty much allows for even more damage to be dealt over time to enemies within a surrounding area. Of course then, considering the evolution effects, Yata even as an A rank character will be a top tier DPS and would hold even more value for those that are lacking a lightning attacker. Of course those with Crimson Weave may choose to stick with her, but for newer players or players that would want a change can definitely utilize Yata instead. So all in all, the new characters featured within Shaper's Ripples are completely stacked. So considering this will be the first integrated version players are required to summon for 2 S-rank characters, it would be best to save as much as you can since it certainly will not be easy if you haven't prepared. Now alongside the featured characters posing a serious threat to your black cards, perhaps even more of a threat would be the coatings featured within Shaper's Ripples, and in specific, Lucia Crimson Weave's incredible Yakuza coating, which I'm sure many players are definitely intending to pick up and have been saving a while for, since it is in fact a gacha coating and so can either be picked up for 17,500 black cards or 500 rainbow cards. Of course it is extremely expensive, but just from the design and other perks that come with the coating such as the background, I definitely understand why many players have skipped characters for this coating and are prioritizing it within Shaper's Ripples. As for a few other new coatings to expect, again do just bear in mind these aren't finalized for the global version, but of course with the release of Lucia Pyroath and Nanami Startrail, they both are expected to receive a new coating and each can be picked up for 168 rainbow cards. Alongside those, there are a bunch of additional coatings you can pick up for rainbow cards such as Watanabe Epitaph's Hunter coating, Luna Oblivion and Hanyang Solus Tune Summer Theme coatings, a new coating for Karinina Shaya, and a coating for Yata to go with her debut. So there is quite a selection, but fortunately enough we should also be receiving a few free coatings for both Bridget Audio and Teddy Decryptor. Lastly, and as for KR at least, there will be a reprint for Bianca Stigmata's Solitary Dream coating, which is another gacha coating and so would make Shaper's Ripples even more of an expensive update. Now as for a few other features and events that are expected to drop within Shaper's Ripples, truly this is an amazing version update for alpha fans since not only would you be able to pick up the Yakuza coating for her, but she will alongside Bianca Stigmata be receiving leap skills. So both characters are going to be even better from Shaper's Ripples onwards, which is especially great for Bianca in specific as we are receiving her for free through a lottery event that provides herself along with a bunch of tickets. So the fact that Bianca will be capable of dealing true slash just like Hanyang Solus Tune is going to be a massive upgrade for herself and the physical team. So that being said, anyone that just picked up Hanyang Solus Tune and doesn't have Bianca for whatever reason would be able to pick her up for no cost and pretty much would have built the metaphysical team, given Elisa Echo is free from dorm commissions. Lastly, we can expect new features such as the update for the weapon banner now having a guarantee if you miss the initial 80% chance, alongside a few updates for Warzone and Phantom Pain Cage and a brand new game mode. So overall, the Shaper's Ripples integrated version is going to be incredibly stacked and to some, might be a bit of an issue since after going through an extremely expensive version update, we will be hit with Ishmael Pahelian's version, which is going to be another expensive update, since I'm sure a lot of players aren't passing up on Ishmael and the rest of her content her integrated version will feature. So just considering the future version updates, it might be wise to take it easy in Soaring Beyond and to save as much as you possibly can. Of course, the next version integrating 3 versions together means we will have triple the amount of rewards again, just like with Stars Ensnared, but there will certainly be a lot more pressure with there being 2 S-rank meta characters and an irresistible alpha coating alongside them. So this is more or less a heads up for those that are still spending their black cards. Just beware of the immense pressure the very next integrated version will hold. And with that, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'd really appreciate it if you could subscribe for more Punishing Grey Raven content, and if you enjoyed the video, drop a like. Also drop a comment down below on what exactly are you looking forward to the most in Shaper's Ripples. And yeah, hope to catch you guys later.